Hey guys, how's it going? Hot Couple here with another cool bass sound for you. Today we have this dirty Tearout Whomp, and this is what it sounds like. Now, even though I call this a Tearout bass, it's actually really useful across different genres. I'm going to show you a couple songs that I made that both use this bass in a different way. In this bass song, it uses it as a downbeat to introduce another sound that I actually made with the same patch, which I uploaded to my Patreon. In this song, I threw a couple OTTs and some distortion on it, and actually used it as a main synth in the B part of my song, and it turned out real nice. This is how it goes. What I like about this patch is it actually just uses a sine wave as the original wave shape that we're going to modulate. And in here we just throw on matrix C64. I'm going to go ahead and knock this down 2 octaves real quick. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock up the unison on just oscillator A up to 16 instead of both of them. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I like the way that just a single wave FMs from B. It doesn't add too much detune. You keep the detune from this, but it doesn't just get out of control when you try to FM with another 16 waves. So it seems like a good balance to me. We're only going to use one LFO today, and it's going to just be knocking this over here and then just curving this down to about right here, right below the middle box. And you can actually put it on any sort of rate because the sound kind of sounds good fast, it sounds good slow, it sounds just good in general. Now we're going to go ahead and just move the wavetable here I have it at 63, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the levels off because I really enjoy modulating the level of the oscillator A in order to keep it really clean. I feel like it's essential for keeping it clean. And then you've seen me do this FM amount 44% with an LFO to go into the right 7. I really enjoy that. I don't know why, but I've just found that experimenting over and over again, I keep using that one over and over again. It just sounds, in my opinion, the best. Let's go ahead and direct out a sub. Now, the sub, oh, that's too much. The sub itself, I actually have really low, and it's because I tend to throw distortion on this bass, and it just gets really beefy when you add, 2 OTTs and a distortion. You don't need that much sub in this. And I actually did throw in some noise too, just a little bit of noise that I have directed out, and it's the InHarm 9. And I'm going to play the sound for you now that we actually have some things down. Some people like me to play the sound almost every single change I make, and I don't find that really necessary. So this is what we got so far. And it's kind of moving. If you have headphones on, it's kind of going left to right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the random off and turn the exponential mode on to kind of just keep it in place, keep the same wave we're triggering. And it's nice and loud there. So let's go ahead and put on our filter, and we're going to be combining a bandpass 24 with a reverb filter in this patch, and that's such a good combination in my opinion. Let's go ahead and put this on 61, like that, and then let's go ahead and knock this up to about like 29 is good. Yeah, just like that. And then I like to crank up the resonance to about 50% or so, and just kind of leave everything else the same. Gets us just a good little shape there. Nothing crazy yet. Now going in, all of this stuff is standard and things that I've done time and time again that I just feel add so much character to a sound. I really try to find different ways to do these things, and every single time I just find myself using kind of I call it the bread and butter of my basses, and that's just, if I want a really squelched up sound, I just put the detune all the way down and put it on 14 here. put the rate down, knock the unison down to 2, and then mix in right here. And the reason I do this is because I don't enjoy what the hyper does consistently. I like it to be shaped with my wobble. And this is just for changing up the timbre. That's really all it's for. I don't usually touch the dimension. I usually do that with some stereo shaping after the effects. And then let's go ahead and just throw our compressor on, which I just do to level out the sound. I'm gonna go ahead and play it with the hyper real quick. So you can't really tell right now. These are things that really start to come out once you start throwing on the multi-band compressor. That's gonna get us this kind of cool growl coming out, and that's really the work of the hyper dimension coming through. Now with the distortion, it's just a simple tube, throw it up to 50, just get a little bit more crispness out of it. You can't even really tell. Might not even need this. I might have just turned it on thinking it did something, and who knows what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest, guys. All right, my favorite thing ever, standing phaser. It just kind of dials back that resonance a little bit, just enough. And that's the primary reason that I use this, is I feel like it takes the standing like vocal sound and takes it a little bit back without removing the actual character of the vowel. And it's something that I really enjoy doing. I feel like it just tones your basses back just enough to really fit. You can only really hear that if you have headphones on, I feel, or maybe you just have an amazing ear. And then I always layer that up with an EQ. That is my also favorite thing to do, and I get made fun of sometimes from other channels. I won't name. They know who they are. No, I'm just kidding. They don't make fun of me. 37 right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and just knock it up. Let's go ahead and do it 10. And what we're just doing here is adding extra movement. And sometimes it depends on the bass you're doing. Generally with growls, I always do it this way. So like anything that kind of has like just a plain wobble, I'll usually do this just to get more character out of it. And let's see, we got that. We're going to go ahead and knock this down, -13. And we're going to place this at 800, and I have it at 856, but anywhere around here is good. You don't have to be too exact, unlike other knobs. And then this is just down -40. And this just adds a little bit more character to the bass. That's it. All right. A little bit more low end, just a little bit. So then what we're gonna do is finish this off with the real important part, and that's the reverb filter. Now the reverb filter is super cool because you can just play around with it so much and get so many different sounds out of it, especially in conjunction with like a bandpass or a notch filter. Anything that you're kind of doing, you can just go nuts with the reverb filter, and it's just wonderful. So let's go ahead and throw this on 21. And the thing is if you want to get the exact sound that I'm showing you, you have to be exact with the reverb filter, because there's just so many little combs going on, little everything's going on, that it just kind of, you got to get it exact. So I put it on 21 hertz, and I put it going upward, unipolar unit. It's going up 2. It's going up 2, guys. All right. And then resonance on 20, which is just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and crank the damp up to 50. And let's go ahead and turn up the master a little bit to get more sound. And right there, you have your bass. It is so cool. And then throw a couple OTTs on this, throw some distortion on it, EQ a little bit. You have this rockin' sound. So if you liked the bass that you heard in the first song that I showed you, afterwards, I have it uploaded on my Patreon along with this sound and a bunch of other cool sounds, like over 90 something sounds for just $3. And honestly, in my opinion, that's kind of a steal, because it's everything that I do on stream, everything, like there's extra stuff in there that you guys haven't even seen or heard before. And I'm super excited to share it with you guys. So if you want to support me, go ahead and feel free to sign up for my Patreon. If you just want to pay the $3, snag them and get out of there, that's totally cool. I'm so down with that. You can just take the stuff and leave. You know what I mean? So other than that, if you have any comments, go ahead and leave a comment in the description, because I read all of them and I love reading comments. It's my favorite thing. I check my phone all the time. It's kind of a bad habit almost, because I just love hearing what you guys have to say. I love suggestions and feedback. And if you guys have anything cool, like a preset or something like a song, feel free to join my Discord. It's linked in the description, and just hit me up. You know what I mean? I love talking with you guys. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Other than that, have a great day.